Inhale, reach the arms up, just to get us started. I would say warmed up, but we just did a pretty serious workout, so I'm going to say cool down. Exhale all the way down to the toes. Exhale, halfway up. Hands on the knees or the shins, flex it out. Inhale, exhale, reach it down to the toes. Try to keep the legs straight. You can slightly bend them if you need to. But the more you straighten them, the better stretch you get on the hamstrings. Suck the abs in. Run out the spine, drop the head. Inhale. Exhale, make your way back up again. Bend the knees, bring them all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, fold it down. Forward fold. Inhale. On the exhale, you can walk out to the plank or jump back to a plank. Hold that plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to land flat, pinch the elbows to the sides and flat on the mat. Turn the toes under, drive the shins and the top of the feet into the mat. Pinch the elbows to the sides and push up into upper dog cobra. Hips on the ground or off the ground. Either way, your shin and top of the feet are driving into the floor. Head up, shoulders back, chest forward. Inhale. On the exhale, lower down, turn the toes under, shift into that down dog, up into that pike. Hips up like they have a harness on them, lift them up, drive the heels to the floor. They may not reach it, that's okay. Pushing through the palm, the thumb and the first finger. Inhale. Exhale, back into that plank. You can jump the feet to the hands or walk the hands to the feet. Reach to the toes. Exhale, halfway up. Half lift. Exhale down. Bend the knees, make your way back up. Head up first so you don't get dizzy. And exhale down. We're going one more time through that series. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, exhale, halfway up. Inhale, exhale, reach for the floor. Drop the hands, jump the feet back, or step the hands out to a plank. Again, you're dropping low, pinching the elbows to the sides. Upper dog cobra, shoulders back, chest up, drive it up. Driving the shins and the top of the feet into the floor, lengthen it out. Inhale. Exhale, one more breath here. Inhale, try to get a little higher. And exhale, lower down, turn the toes under, shift back into that plank, and then right into that down dog. Driving those heels to the floor. You can pedal the feet here. You can kind of let the hips go with the knee as you twist. Open it all up. Whatever you need to do in that down dog, you can just drive the knees to the floor, or heels to the floor. Stay in that lengthening stretch. 4, 3, 2, and shift back to that plank. And drop to the knees and drop into child's pose. Hips to the heels, reach it out. Creep it out, creep it out. Inhale. And exhale. Back up onto those hands and knees. We're going to start with a bird dog on our knees. So take the left leg out. You can leave the toe on the ground or you can lift it up. Once your left leg is out, on the ground or off, reach the right arm straight out and hold. So try to push that back heel, the left heel towards the back wall. Your left palm should be underneath your left shoulder. And just squeeze the glute of that left leg and hold. Inhale. On the exhale, you can stay here, or you can take that left hand behind and grab the outside of that left foot, the right hand behind, and grab the left foot, and then push that foot against the hand and come up into that somewhat dancer pose, lengthening out. The more you push that foot against the hand, the more you'll open up the shoulder and lengthen out the quad. So try to get some height. Don't force it, just hold it. Head up, chest up. 4, 3, 2, 1. To let go, you're just going to release, come back down into that bird dog, and then lower the hand back down. You're going to come into an extended puppy stretch, which is kind of like a child's pose, but you don't drop your hips. Keep your hips where they are, and then walk your hands out in front. So your hips stay up. Drop your hands out front into that child pose position, forehead on the mat if you can. And just keep creeping those hands out with your hips up. Extending the upper back. Inhale. And Exhale, bring the head up, walk the hands in. We're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. So now the right leg goes out, either on the floor or lifted. Squeeze the glute. Left knee directly under the hip. Left arm straight out. Inhale, thumb facing the ceiling. And then on the other side, you can stay here, or you can wrap around, try to grab that foot, and then push against that arm, look up, get some height, and lengthen out the shoulder and quad. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, and to release it, come out, reach the arm out, leg out, and then lower down. Again, into that extended puppy stretch. So your hips go down, hips stay up, palms go out, fingertips go out. You can even put your palms face up if you want to change this set. Drop the front foot to the knees. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Come up, walk the hands in. Now your fingertips go out wide to the side of the mat. Onto your fingertips. Lengthen out and lay straight, lay flat, so your elbows are out wide. So drive the top of the feet and the top of the shins into the floor. And we're going to come up. One more time, raise it up and lift. Upper body, up on those fingertips, nice and wide, pressing as high as you can. Inhale, exhale, inhale, on the exhale, lower. We can do that one more time. Keep them wide, inhale, exhale, all the way up. Inhale, exhale. One more time, breathe it in. Exhale, lower. Pinch the elbows to the sides, turn the toes under, come up into that plank, into that down dog. Inhale, exhale into that plank. Drop down, chaturanga, dive it through. Exhale up, upward dog or cobra. Knees on or off the floor. Turn the toes under, shift back into that pike. Inhale. Exhale, back into that plank, jump the feet into the hands, reach for the toes. Half lift, exhale up. Lower, exhale down. Bend the knees and make your way back up. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale down. All right, so going sideways on your mat. We're gonna go into a frog stretch, a single side first. So the single side is kind of like a child's pose position, but your one leg is gonna go out to the side. First, let's start with a straight leg. So we're opening up the outer thigh, the inner thigh on the right leg. Out to the side, keep your hands on the mat, keep your left knee under the hip or a little bit wider, slightly outside of that hip. Now you can start to push your hips towards the back foot and just drive back, almost like you're dropping into a child's pose, and drop the head, lengthen out, inhale, and then exhale, come back up center. You're gonna take that right knee and drop it onto the floor. Let your right foot go out to the side, and you're gonna do the same thing. Lean back as far as you can, might not get that far, that's okay. And we'll open up, drop the head if you can, elbows if you can, just pushing those hips towards the back. Inhale. Exhale, come back up center. Try the other side. Left leg out. Straight leg first. Right knee is either under the hip or slightly wider. Keeping the legs straight. You're just gonna roll your hips towards the back. Trying to go to the back heel. You can drop the arms like a child's pose. Inhale. Exhale, come back up center. Now do it with that bent knee. So that left knee is gonna drop to the floor. Toe is kind of going out to the side, toes, and then drop again. So you may not get as far because you're a little bit shifted, but you should feel it a little bit differently. Don't force it, don't pull anything. One side's gonna be different than the other. And then come back up. So now that that's warmed up, we'll do a regular frog, which is out wide on the knees. Feet are out towards the side. So your feet are out wider than your knees. Yep. Now, if you need a pillow here or some blanket or something, you can put it behind you or you can put it under your knees. If you're sideways on the mat, both knees are on the mat, it's a little bit more cushion. But you're gonna go out wide. Now, as you start here, you're just gonna push those hips towards the back, just like we did, and drop your arms if you can, and just keep lengthening out. You're not going to get very far. You may get far if you're really flexible, or you may not. This may hurt. That's okay. It's opening up the hip flexor. It's a really good stretch. It's one that we don't do often. Shift it back, but don't force it. So try to push back as far as you can without forcing it, but so that you feel it. Drop the forehead if you need, reach the arms out if you can. Every exhale, try to just get slightly further towards the back on that stretch. One more breath, inhale. Now, to come out of this, you bring your hands underneath your shoulders and push your body up, and then lean forward, and then bring your feet back together, knees back together. That way you don't pull anything. Nice. All right, so come back up into a plank. You're gonna bring the right leg all the way up, shift into that plank, right leg to the ceiling. Driving the left heel to the ground, the right heel to the ceiling, pushing through the palms, try to keep those hips level. And on the exhale, you're gonna swing that right leg through to the outside of the right hand into that runner stretch. And just rock forward. If you're in a lizard, you can get a little lower if you want. Keep the right hand on the inside of the right foot. Turn and reach the left arm up. Right shoulder driving into that right knee. Left leg is nice and straight. Look up, inhale. Exhale, one more time, breathe it in. Exhale, lower the hand down. Bring both hands on either side, well, one hand on either side of the front leg. Drop the back knee to the floor. Bring your hands up to the top and just kind of lean into that front hip. Front knee heel. And then on the exhale, we're gonna reverse it. You're gonna drive backwards, straighten the front leg, drive either side, both hands, one hand on either side of the front leg. Straighten the front knee, drop the hips towards the back heel, and your forehead towards the front knee. Folding over that front leg. You can point and flex the front toe here. But every exhale, you're creeping those hands out a little further to lengthen out the hamstring, run out the spine slightly. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up into that lunge, into that runner's lunge. Hands on either side of that foot so that you can step that foot back into the plank. Inhale, exhale into that plank. Kick the left leg up. Driving the right heel towards the ground, left heel towards the ceiling, pushing through the palms. Level out the hips. Inhale and exhale. Swing that left leg through to the outside of the left hand. Now we're in that runner's lunge. You can rock forward and back. You can drop on your elbows if you have the space. Inhale. On the exhale, keep the left hand on the inside of the left foot, left shoulder driving into the left knee, and twist and look up. Inhale. And exhale, lower that hand down. Drop the back knee to the floor. So again, we're gonna straighten, bring each hand on either side of the front leg. Straighten that front leg. Fold the forehead over that front knee. Drop the hips towards the heel. Toe can be flexed or pointed, or you can switch it up. And you're just going to creep out a little further, get the forehead a little closer on every exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more, breathe it in. And exhale, back into that lunge. Put your hands on top of that front knee. Just lean into that front knee, open up the right hip flexor, lengthen out the quad. Inhale, and exhale, both hands down to the floor. Bring that knee to the mat, the other one. So now you're sitting on your knees. Put your hands on your lower back. Push the hips slightly forward, shoulders back, chest up, and just drive it. You can drop your head towards the back. If you have more space than this, you can go all the way back, grab the heels or the ankles, Pushing the chest forward, lengthening out the core, the midsection, opening up. Drop your head. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come out of this nice and slow. Come back up to your back, and then roll it out. We're gonna lay face up on the mat. Just to finish this out, cross the right ankle over the left knee. Pull that left leg up, grab behind the left hamstring, and open up the right knee a little bit more with your right elbow. Quadrant stretch. Shoulders down towards the mat to lengthen out that spine. Toes are flexed. Your left knee is in 90 degrees. Inhale, give a little exhale, and pull a little bit closer. Inhale, exhale, pull a little bit closer. We have one more time. Inhale, exhale, last tug. 3, 2, and 1. Come sit straight up with that ankle cross. Keep that left foot on the floor. Do the quadrant stretch sitting up. And then drop that right knee down to the left side. Take your left elbow. Hug that right knee. Right hand behind your back. Look over that right shoulder. Exhale, release. Left hand on the floor. Right arm up and over. Counteract that stretch. Go the other direction. Inhale. And exhale. Come back up. We're going to go the other side. So lay flat back down. Take the left ankle, cross it over the right knee. Grabbing behind that right hamstring. Open up the left knee with your left elbow. Toes are flexed. Right knee is in 90 degrees. Every exhale, you drive the shoulders more into the mat. You give a little extra tug to lengthen out on that hip flexor. Inhale. Exhale, give a little extra tug. Opening up the left a little bit wider. Inhale. Exhale, tug. One more. Inhale. Exhale, pull and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the foot to the ground. You're going to sit straight up. Quadrant stretch sitting up. Shoulders back, chest up. Pull that right foot in. Nice and clean posture. Inhale. And then exhale, drop that left foot to the right side. Hug that knee with the right elbow. Left hand behind. Look over your left shoulder as far as you can. Every exhale, you want to look a little further. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Exhale. Drop the right hand to the right side. Reach up and over. Counteract that stretch. Hit the other side. Come back up center. Lay flat. Lengthen out the arms and the legs. Reach everything nice and straight. Pull the bottoms of the feet in together into that butterfly sit-up position. And just flutter those knees to open it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push your feet out a little bit more so your knees are less bent, but you're still in somewhat of that butterfly position, so they're about halfway. And flutter for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Really straight, but keep the bottoms of the feet together. So as far as you can with those bottoms together, and flutter one more time for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull both knees up to a bent position, feet flat on the floor, and just windshield wiper your knees side to side for 5, 4, 3, 2,